So let's start lecture 9 for the same differential equation topic. Here we are changing the topic and we are going to understand linear differential equation. But in that linear differential equation, see guys, whenever any kind of topic is coming in front of you, like linear differential equation, then you should know about the topic very properly. You should know what is the meaning of linear differential equation, why it is linear. If it is differential equation, then what is the degree and what is the order of the differential equation. So understand, if differential equation is linear, then order can be 1 also fine, order can be more than 1 also fine, but degree cannot be more than 1 in this case. Then for example, if I am talking about dy by dx, here order is 1, correct? But if I'll put square here, then degree will become 2 for this current situation. So no, it will not be linear then. So that's why I have taken here order can be 1 and degree is 1. Order can be more than 1, but degree cannot be more than 1. In that case, I mean, if degree is more than 1, then your equation will not be linear. Okay, so I hope you understood what kind of problem we are going to solve now. In last lecture 6, 7, 8, whatever we saw, they all were linear because we were able to separate the variables, right? Now understand, understand linear differential equation, order 1 and degree 1. This is our approach in this lecture. This kind of topic we are going to cover. So your equation will look like this: dy by dx plus py plus q, or dy by dx plus py is equal to 0. So this q can be 0 or q can be q. I mean, if q is present, then it will be known as non-homogeneous. Now don't be confused. Equation is order 1 degree 1 linear, but it is non-homogeneous. But if your q became 0, then again equation is linear, degree 1, order 1, homogeneous. Clear? Now this p and q, if both are present, if p and q both are present, then it is non-homogeneous equation. If q is not present, then second case, this case, easily you can separate the variable and you can solve the problem. You don't have to come into this topic, or you don't have to learn some new methods. But if non-homogeneous equation, then only you have to learn new method, what we will learn now. So p and q, they can be constant also, or they can be function of x also, right? See here, y we are differentiating with respect to x, so this p and q can be function of x also. But there is situation in GATE exam, you can also get this kind of question: dx by dy plus p into x is equal to q. In that case, everything is same, only variable independent became dependent, dependent became independent. So in that case, this p and this q, they will be either constant, like here I have written they will be constant, or they can be function of y, because here we are differentiating x with respect to y. I hope it's clear. So if function is homogeneous, you can easily separate the variable and you can solve with very fundamental idea. No need to think anything, just separate the variable and solve it. But if it is non-homogeneous, we are going to learn this. So I hope you understand. So if it is non-homogeneous, then it will be difficult to separate the variable. That is the main problem. It will be difficult to separate the variable. So for this particular situation, you need a different method. So we introduce, see, we are not discovering new methods. You may have heard from last many years that it's difficult to solve Navier-Stokes equation. So just an example, if this is your differential equation, it's difficult to solve. It means what? Someone who have done work on this, they have found the way how to solve a particular type of differential equation. In the beginning of the lecture 1, 2, 3, I was teaching the same thing. Every differential equation will be having different nature and different methods will be there to solve a particular differential equation. That's why whenever you work on any research, whenever you work on any topic in physics or science or something, then differential equations will occur there naturally. So you need to find a method to solve that particular type of differential equation. If your research work or if your work is converting into that kind of differential equation whose methods to solve are already existing, then it will be easy for you. Otherwise, you have to find some mathematician, you have to find someone to solve your differential equation. I hope you understood this. So this integrating factor concept comes into picture to solve these kind of linear non-homogeneous equations. Okay, so what is integrating factor? This quantity, this e exponent e power integration p dx. What is p here? Coefficient of y is p here, and make sure when you are writing this equation, when question is given, that time you have to convert the question exactly in this format, and that time there should not be any coefficient related to dy by dx. One should be the coefficient of dy by dx. You have to convert that, and after that whatever coefficient is coming for y, that will be your p. So you can see here in y your coefficient is completely p. I will tell you, I will give you one example. In that example, whatever coefficient is sitting with dy by dx or with q or something, you have to do only one operation. Remove the coefficient from dy by dx. It means divide the coefficient from dy by dx. You have to only keep coefficient 1 here. If anything else is there, e power x or whatever function, you remove that from there. How? Divide that throughout the equation. So that part will also come with y. So overall, whatever is the coefficient of y, that will become your p. So that p you have to substitute here. So in case of linear differential equation which is non-homogeneous, toughness level is that you have to do 2 times integration. 1 time integration is here to find out integrating factor, and 1 more time integration I will tell you. So guys, and the best part of this equation is step is very simple. Step is very simple. You are already knowing that what kind of solution you are going to get. This is already clear. Means direct final solution, that is known as complete solution. Why I am using the word complete solution? Because in upcoming lectures I will tell you that 2 types of solution we are going to see. Okay. And if you will add both, then you will be getting complete solution. So here direct solution is given for these kind of linear non-homogeneous equations. Y is y into y multiplication, y into integrating factor, integration q integrating factor plus constant. This kind of format will come. So I told you 2 types of integration you have to do. One integration while finding out integrating factor, and another type of integration when you got the integrating factor, then you multiply with q. What is q? Who is sitting here, who is making this equation non-homogeneous. So there is a trick. You can remember this: y if q if, y if q if. Remember, left side no integration sign, left side you leave as it is, left side is okay. In right side 1 more integration you have to do. So let's see one example. 1 plus x dy by dx minus xy is equal to 1 minus x. 1 plus x dy by dx minus xy is equal to 1 minus x. In this equation, how will you solve? Simple. Don't think that this question you are solving only for the current topic, because right now you know what to do. Imagine this question came in GATE exam. Then how will you recall which method to apply? Simple, I told you. Whenever question comes in GATE exam, first of all you try to separate the variable, and immediately if the question is not being if the question is not based on variable separable, then if you have done good practice, then immediately you'll understand that, oh, this problem we cannot solve by variable separable method. And if you have done good practice in all the topics, then just by seeing the question you can judge which method will be applicable here. It all depends on. That's why either differential equation will be very, very easy for you, or you will not understand differential equation. It needs your input. So, and one more thing, knowing about differential equation will not make you able to solve GATE questions. You have to do enough practice, and all those concepts you keep in mind. You have to keep in mind. Then only you can crack GATE questions. because there you have to identify what kind of differential equation is this, then you have to figure out which method is applicable here. Suppose you are able to understand that okay, this equation is given, question is linear, non-homogeneous, blah 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 blah, you are able to identify the nature of the differential equation, but you forgot which method is suitable for this, or you forgot all the methods itself. And some other student, they were knowing that okay, this kind of question are having direct solution, you have to find out integrating factor, that's all done. So those people will be faster than you and they will be getting the answer. So don't think that this question is from current topic, then is there any other method you can try or not. So you will understand difference between previous examples what I have solved in lecture 6, 7, 8 and all, and now you will understand that no, we can't solve by this method. So you have to convert this current situation exactly, it should look like this, dy by dx plus py plus q. You have to convert your question like this. So this was your question, and I divided a 1 plus x throughout the equation, so I got this part as the coefficient of y, which became your p value, and including this minus sign, because you can see here we have plus sign in the reference equation. This 1 plus x by 1 minus x by, this became your q value. Okay, now your job is find out integrating factor. Again guys, there is a problem. What is the problem? Students, they understand integration, they also understand which method to apply to solve this differential equation, but they may be weak in differentiation, in integration. Okay, so during gate preparation, how many things you are going to learn? Are you going to learn how to differentiate, how to integrate? If you are weak in integration, then there is like 50% chance you may not be able to solve the differential equation problem, because sometimes you may get easy problems, like suppose here my p is just x, then your integrating factor e power integration p dx. So this integration you will be like e power x dx, and integration of x will be x square by 2, so you got e power x square by 2. So this was very easy, but you can see here this p value is this. Some students like can feel like panic after seeing this. So you are good in integration, then you can easily find out integrating factor, otherwise you have to suffer to find out integrating factor itself. So that is your first integration in these kind of questions. Then you have to integrate, then you have to multiply your integrating factor with q also, and again there you have to perform one integration. So but what is the advantageous part here? You directly know the solution. Okay, anyway, learning integration is not very big thing. You sit for 1 week. If you are very new and watching my video, you sit for 1 week. And guys, for my batch students of concept library in my coaching, what you have to do, if you are feeling that sir, integration I am not able to solve, how much integration and all, so for all the students, either from my coaching or for self-study or from some other coaching, NCERT integrations are very important. Why I am saying NCERT? I can also say IIT JEE level. You go and solve IIT JEE level. No guys, no need to touch JEE advanced level. That kind of integration is not needed for GATE exam. This is the right meaning when you target any competition, competitive exams. You should know that what level you have to touch. So NCERT level is fine to solve these kind of problems. Okay, because in GATE aerospace exam you will not be having a dedicated question only for integration. Okay, we are not mathematician, we are going to use applications of these things in our engineering field. So we are not going to solve very heavy integration problems. So NCERT level applications will be fine. So now what to do? You have to find out integrating factor. How? You identify p from your equation and then solve this. Okay, sometimes this integration can be easy, sometimes it can be tricky. So p value, integrating factor I'm going to find out first. You have to find out always what is the step. First you arrange your equation such that it should look like dy by dx plus something y is equal to something. This is your step 1. What is your step 2? Identify what is your p value, that is nothing but coefficient of y. Once you got p value, then from p use this formula and find out integrating factor. Here you have to do just integration. What integration? Suppose I got this. Now I know I am solving this. If you don't know, then you will be having trouble in integration. Minus x, I will split like this. I will add minus sign and minus 1 and plus 1. Then these two I will club together, minus x and minus 1. I'll take minus sign common, it will be x plus 1. I will split this in two parts, like this is separate, okay, this one part is separate. I'll split this here, I will write here, this will cancel, become minus 1, and this became as it is. Now I will replace this here, okay, this total thing I will replace like this. Now this dx, if I send here and here, then this guy will become e power minus x, and this guy will become ln of 1 plus x, right? And you know, e power n into n plus m means I can write e power n into e power m, okay. So like that I broke. Why I am writing like this? Because I want to tell you that this answer will become 1 plus x. How? Remember the trick, a power log b, and if base is also a, then answer directly becomes b. So you know that e power ln, suppose I'm writing a here and e, so this e is matching. And remember, in natural log by default your base is e, okay. So this will be your integrating factor finally. Now your complete solution you will write as y into integrating factor, okay. This integrating factor here also and this integrating factor here also. Left side you don't have to make any change. Right side you got q, you got integrating factor. Now here you have again one integration, product of q and integrating factor. Here I am writing integrating factor, here I am writing q value. So this is my q value. Where did you see q value? You saw q value here. This was your q value. When you replaced, I mean when you rearrange the terms, then right side whatever comes, everything becomes your q value. So this is your q value. So that q value you have to substitute in the equation here, and integrating factor multiply together. What will happen once you multiply? This 1 plus x and 1 plus x will get cancelled. So whatever is remaining, this became your RHS part, and a plus c by default will come because I am directly writing the solution. So plus c will come there. Now wait here. Again you should know some tricks. E power minus x, 1 minus x dx. You send e power minus x inside, okay. Now without previous knowledge of integration at NCERT level, you cannot solve this question. Now means what? When you are learning differential equation, you can see that how much integration is being used. So you send e power minus x inside, so minus x, e power minus x will come. Now understand, I am telling you one note. What is the note? Just I am trying to tell you that answer for this is directly x e power minus x. How do I know? Because I have practiced the problem, okay. So what will you do? You have to be this much fast. I'll just tell you something. Suppose this is the right answer, x e power minus x. If you differentiate this, first function, second function, differentiation, minus 1 will come, plus second function and first function differentiation into 1, okay. So when you solve this, you'll be getting this answer. Means if you differentiated this guy, I will show you which guy. If you will differentiate this guy, then this will be your answer. It means what? When you will integrate this guy, then this will be your answer. So same thing, we have to integrate this here. So answer for that should come x e power minus x. I hope you understood. So, and if you don't want to follow this step, suppose any student who has no idea how to solve this, then again in integration you have a rule, I-late rule, okay. Inverse function, logarithmic function, algebraic function, trigonometric function, exponential function, you apply I-late rule and then you crack this integration, okay. So if you will go to my playlist, there are some important integrations I have added, only integration, important integrations. So students who are from my coaching, you understand, I have shared one math playlist and I told you to start with lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4 only for the differential equation. But in the same playlist, if you'll go back, you can see some integration problems also. So in free time, you guys solve some integration problems also. Don't solve tough integration problems. Just to gain the memory, just to refresh your integration ideas, you solve small easy examples of NCERT will also be very great. They will change your life for this chapter, okay. Easy examples of NCERT, you solve all the examples, okay. That's all. They will be directly helpful. And there is no other way. If you are thinking that then I will only suggest that leave this topic for your GATE exam. okay, but not full topic, because there are some more topics in differential equation chapter. Those topics will not demand you knowledge of integration. Okay, let the topic come one by one. Currently we are in lecture 9, right? That's all, guys. So this will be your final integration answer, and e power minus x is here. Send all, multiply with c, this will become your final answer. So now for 2-3 more practice problems, go to next lecture.